Hi, my name's Peter Jones. Today I'm going to talk about what we're trying to do with project management in Africa. There's a lot of people in Africa who have fantastic intentions, but don't really know where to start. And the thing about project management is it kind of divides progress up into chunks. First port of call really is to kind of understand, what's the current situation on the ground, and why is somebody wanting to do something about that. And one of the formats that we use is vision, mission, and objectives. So the vision is, where do we want to go to? And it can be a very, very short sentence. It needs to be a clear sentence so that people understand very clearly what that person wants to do, where they want to go. The mission is about how they plan to get there, and objectives are potentially detailed steps along the way. What's important with these is to understand what the local problems are, and they can vary a lot. It depends, it varies from village to village, city to city. Cities, of course, will have lots of different problems. Take your pick. You can choose lots of different problems to address. And the value is actually in the solution to the problem, because the problem itself will be generating costs. And it's important to understand the costs that that problem is generating. And then we come on to a potential solution. And the answer for the solution is, well, there's going to be a cost associated with that as well. Does it reduce the costs of the problem sufficiently to justify the costs of the solution itself? Typically, if it's a skills situation, you can say if somebody's got skills, they can apply those skills from here on forever. So skills are a good thing to acquire. They have a long-term benefit, and it's a worthwhile thing to do. Project management is a case in point. One of the things that every good project needs to do is to make sure that the project manager understands risks to that project. They can typically, these are external things that can happen. You might get a change of government, for example, with different political objectives. That can have a big effect on projects. So that's a potential thing that can change. Markets can change. So a new product gets introduced and everybody goes, that's a good new product, and they all run off and buy that new product. That's an external change. Issues are things that actually do happen on the project. The point about keeping logs is to show due diligence to people who want to have a look at the project and make sure that the project is being run, with that degree of concern for detail. Next point is that typically the project will deliver results of some sort. People who are customers, let's say, of the project will give us feedback about how well the project has done. And those are things that we want to capture, because we want to show that the project is having a positive impact. Along the way, we need to provide progress reporting so that people who are working on the project can see that something is actually happening. And that's typically of interest where people are, say, providing funding. And if they're providing funding, they want to know that something's happening. That's a fairly normal situation. So that's the sort of the bare bones of what project management can provide to people in Africa who want to run projects.